Hello and welcome to Midday Update. Coming up are the headlines for the day. Royal Office Minister receives Libyan ambassador. National University tops in placements of engineering graduates last year. Healthcare system to get a major boost in Oman. Brazil, WHO condemns attacks on monkeys over pox fears. Donald Trump to face questioning from New York State Attorney General's office. US lawmakers introduce bill to provide citizenship to Afghan refugees. Oman to host volleyball beach pro tour futures and Arab tennis tournament. Tennis legend Serena Williams announces retirement. Those are the headlines. Now for the local stories for the day. The Minister of the Royal Office received the Ambassador of the State of Libya accredited to the Sultanate. His Excellency Lieutenant General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Numani, Minister of the Royal Office, reviewed during his meeting with Her Excellency Sania Abu Al Qasim Goma, Ambassador of the State of Libya accredited to the Sultanate of Oman, to discuss the march of brotherly relations between the two countries and touch upon a number of matters of common interest and ways to develop it, Oman News Agency said in a statement. The statistics of the Ministry of Manpower show that the National University has recorded the highest employment of its engineering graduates in 2021 in different sectors in the Sultanate compared to other educational institutions. Over 230 graduates from National University's Engineering College found jobs in Oman in the year 2021 from a total of 641 engineering graduates from different universities and colleges, both local and foreign institutions. Times of Oman caught up with Dr. Ahmad Al-Balushi, the Dean of Engineering College at National University, to find out the reason why their graduates found more employment success in 2021 than other institutions. We improve our curriculum constantly to reflect the changing demands of the industries. We know the technology is changing all the time and we keep pace with it on regular basis to make sure our engineering students keep up with the latest changes, Dr. Al-Balushi told Times of Oman. The college has 9 engineering specializations from mechanical, IT to electronics and communications disciplines. The Ministry of Manpower has this week announced over 1,600 jobs in its efforts to absorb as many as graduates as possible. Last year, the Ministry of Manpower said it was planning to generate over 50,000 jobs before the year 2030. What makes graduates successful in finding jobs is the ability of an institution to benchmark itself with international practices and seek professional accreditations. At the same time, what makes our graduates unique is the latest updates of the soft skills that looks into employability and even entrepreneurship, Dr. Al-Balushi said. In a major infrastructure push to healthcare in Oman, the Ministry of Health took stock of the upcoming 700-bed Sultan Qaboos Hospital in Salalah and also signed 2 agreements with Oman Liquefied Natural Gas Company's Development Foundation. Being built at a cost of Omani Riyal 138 million, 33% of the hospital project and 75% of the hospital building structure are already complete. Sultan Qaboos Hospital project is one of the promising projects in the Sultan's healthcare sector that will cater to the needs of citizens and residents in the Dhofar Governorate. His Highness Syed Marwan bin Turki Al Said, Governor of Dhofar, paid a field visit to the project site on Tuesday in the presence of Dr. Hilal bin Ali Al Sabti, Minister of Health, to see the work in progress scheduled for completion in 2024. He said the project would enhance the health sector mainly in the vilayats of Dhofar Governorate and in the Sultanate of Oman in general. Jamal bin Salam Al-Shanfri, Director General of the Directorate General of Projects and Engineering Affairs at the Ministry of Health, made a video presentation on the components of the project standing on an area of approximately 220,000 square meters. The 2 agreements with Oman Liquefied Natural Gas Company involve funding for the purchase of an ultrasound system for the X-ray department of Sinau Hospital and financing a training program for personnel tasked with infection control and sterilization. The training program will be conducted in accordance with international standards. Those are the local stories. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with international news. Stay tuned.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the international stories. The World Health Organization on Tuesday decried increasing attacks on monkeys over fears of spread of monkeypox in Brazil. What people need to know is that the transmission we are seeing is happening between humans, Margaret Harris, the spokeswoman for the WHO, told reporters in Geneva. Harris's comments came after Brazilian news website reported Sunday that 10 monkeys had been poisoned in less than a week in a southeastern São Paulo state. Harris said that while the disease can spread from animals to humans, the recent outbreak is between humans only. People certainly should not attack the animals, she said. Similar incidents were also reported in other cities, with people attacking monkeys by throwing stones or poisoning them, according to local media reports. Brazil has more than 1,700 cases of monkeypox, according to figures from the WHO. One person died from the disease on July 29th, according to Brazil's health ministry. Monkeypox, caused by monkeypox virus, is transmitted from one person to another through droplets, contaminated objects, and close contact with an infected person, according to the WHO. So far, Europe has recorded around 13,912 confirmed cases, according to figures from the European Centre for Disease Prevention and Control. Since May, nearly 90 countries have reported more than 29,000 monkeypox cases. The WHO classified the outbreak of the once rare disease as a global health emergency in July. Former U.S. President Donald Trump will face questioning from the New York State Attorney General's office this week, a new turn into the civil investigation. Trump had sat for numerous depositions over the years. He fought for months to avoid the testimony, which could shape the outcome of the investigation into the former president and his family real estate business, the Trump Organization, sources reported. Earlier on Monday, the Federal Bureau of Investigation raided Trump's Mar-a-Lago home in Palm Beach, Florida. Since March 2019, the Attorney General Letitia James and her lawyers have scrutinized whether Trump and his company fraudulently inflated the values of his hotels, golf clubs, and other assets. Earlier this year, James said in a court filing that the company's business practices were fraudulent or misleading, but added that her office needed to question Trump and two of his adult children to determine who was responsible for that conduct. The deposition of Trump will follow similar questioning of Ivanka Trump and Donald Trump Jr. in recent days. It will represent the final stage of James' investigation, which Trump has dismissed as a politically motivated witch hunt. In January, Trump handed over 15 boxes of materials to government record keepers amid concern he may have violated the Presidential Records Act. This comes as the January 6 Select Committee's latest public hearing said that the then U.S. President Donald Trump chose not to intervene as a mob of his supporters attacked the Capitol. However, the former president declined to say why the FBI agents were at Mar-a-Lago. He confirmed that the raid was unannounced and added, "They even broke into my safe." As Afghan refugees have been living in the U.S. without a permanent legal status following the Taliban's takeover in Afghanistan, American lawmakers introduced a bill on Tuesday to provide them citizenship. The Afghan Adjustment Act, if approved by both chambers, could eliminate uncertainty for Afghan evacuees, some who had only a year arriving in the U.S. to secure a legal pathway to remain in the country, sources reported. The bill allows those who were brought to the U.S. during the evacuation or in the years since to apply to become legal permanent residents after either 1 or 2 years of residing in the country. Giving our Afghan allies a chance to apply for permanent legal status is the right and necessary thing to do, Senator Amy Klobuchar, one of the bill's authors, said in a release. The bipartisan legislation will help provide these newly arrived Afghans who have sacrificed so much for our country with the legal certainty they deserve as they begin their lives in the U.S. It's important to do what we can to help our Afghan friends find stability, opportunity, and community in their new home. Lindsey Graham, the bill's author, said that she is looking forward to working with her colleagues in a bipartisan fashion to deal with the Afghan parolee problem in a manner that enhances the U.S. national security and keeps a commitment to those who helped us at their own peril. The legislation is modeled after other efforts, including bills passed by Congress following the evacuation of allies at the end of the Vietnam War, and retains provisions regarding security vetting. The bill includes other provisions that aim to aid an estimated 100,000 or more Afghans still remaining in the country made vulnerable either by the association with the U.S. or their involvement in various pro-democracy efforts and human rights campaigns. Those are the international stories. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with sports news. Stay tuned.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the sports stories. The Sultan of Oman will host a round of men's volleyball Beach Pro Tour Futures, which is organized by the International Volleyball Federation during the period from 27 to 30th October 2022. Oman was chosen for the host due to the attention it accords to beach volleyball games at the regional level and its participation in international events and rounds of the FIVB. This upcoming international sport event will witness the participation of international players. The tour will be broadcast by the FIVB channel. In another news, the Vilayat of Salalah will host the 10th Arab Tennis Tournament early next month with the participation of more than 300 players from Arab countries. Oman News Agency said the following in a statement. The Sultan of Oman will host the 10th Arab Tennis Tournament, which will be held at the tennis courts of the Sultan Qaboos Youth Complex for Culture and Entertainment in the Vilayat of Salalah from 4 to 9 September with the participation of more than 300 male and female players from various Arab countries. American legend Serena Williams, winner of 23 Grand Slam titles, announced her retirement from tennis on Tuesday, saying she's evolving away from the sport. The 40-year-old tennis star said that the best word to describe what she is up to is evolution and that she wants to grow her family. I have never liked the word retirement. It doesn't feel like a modern word to me. I've been thinking of this as a transition, but I want to be sensitive about how I use that word, which means something very specific and important to a community of people, Serena said in an article. Earlier this year, she was knocked out at Wimbledon in her first singles match. However, she was now set her eyes on the US Open in what could prove her farewell tournament. Unfortunately, I wasn't ready to win Wimbledon this year, and I don't know if I will be ready to win New York, but I'm going to try, and the lead-up tournaments will be fun, she said. She has been ranked singles world number 1 by the Women's Tennis Association for 319 weeks, including a joint record 186 consecutive weeks. She has also finished as the year-end number 1 5 times. Serena has won 23 Grand Slam single titles, the most by any player in the Open era, and the second most of all time, only behind Margaret Court's 24. Those were all the local, international and sports stories for the day. For more updates, stay tuned and keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.